What's up guys, it's me Faris and welcome back to another session of my thoughts on. Spider-Man will soon make his third time appearance in Avengers Infinity War. While the character rights is being shared with Sony Pictures, they still do some unexpected shit like the Venom spin-off.
Our own issues.
The irony of this moment is exactly how I feel after watching this teaser. I'm done here. Screw it. Let's just get this over with. Now, when Spider-Man joined the MCU, I thought that all of his character rights were also going to be included in the MCU. Until the news broke out that Sony is doing a Spider-Man spin-off that won't have Spider-Man or any connection to the MCU. I went... The Spider-Man trilogy was a great time in the first two, then got screws up in the final. The Amazing Spider-Man films may have its problems when it comes to bad marketing in the second installment of the film. Then when Sony partners up with Marvel Studios to bring Spider-Man to the MCU, they still do shit behind their backs since the beginning of the deal, doing a Venom spin-off that no one even asked for. They got Academy Award nominees actors like Tom Hardy playing the role of Eddie Brock and Michelle Williams playing his wife from the comics, Anne Wayne. Now, I love Tom Hardy and Michelle Williams as actors. They're both respected actors of this generation, and I'm pretty sure they can do the role great, and I don't think they can really save the movie as a whole. My first biggest concern in this movie is the direction they're going to take with, as well as the storytelling, and how it's going to do without the context of Spider-Man. There are rumors that Tom Holland is going to do a cameo in this movie, but as Peter Parker only, and may have a loose connected to the MCU. I don't know how that's going to work. Looking at the teaser, I think the premise of this film is basically Eddie Brock's journey in San Francisco taking medications or captured by the government for symbiote experiment becoming Venom. I don't know. They release a teaser without any premise of what the movie will be about. This teaser looks suspiciously similar to Deadpool's first teaser back in 2015. It looks like they're gonna copy this premise and paste it into this movie. As far as I know, this movie would loosely base on the Lethal Protector and Planet of the Symbiote storyline. First and foremost, it's not going to work if you're introducing a new Venom in a new universe, immediately adapting those two storylines. I think they're trying to come up with a new origin and they're making him an anti-hero, which again, it's not going to work. Eddie Brock and Venom were first introduced as villains to Spider-Man, which they already did that in Spider-Man 3. Everybody hates that movie because they screw up Eddie Brock's character and how they forcefully incorporated him into the movie. Eddie Brock and Venom is like the big villain to Spider-Man. Make it one of the top 10 villain for Spider-Man. He's kind of like the opposite of Spider-Man in terms of origin, backstory, and his goals. You see, I own the graphic novel Spider-Man Birth of Venom that first introduces the symbiote Eddie Brock as well as Venom, and I highly recommend you get this graphic novel if you want to see the origins of Spider-Man's black suit as well as Venom. After the Birth of Venom storyline, he continues to seek revenge on Spider-Man teaming up with his offspring Carnage, but eventually Brock later becomes a Lethal Protector or anti-hero. The reason why he became an anti-hero was, believe it or not, Spider-Man was the one who inspires him to do such thing. So back to the teaser, I have my concerns which I said before in terms of storytelling and the direction they're going to take with the character and how it's going to do without the character of Spider-Man, which is very risky because you're probably going to piss off some readers who have known the characters, confuse the audience, as well as critics, which was already demonstrated back then with Steel and Catwoman. I guess somehow the executive at Sony looks at Steel and Catwoman and will be like, hold my beer guys. My next concern that I have is no involvement of the god almighty Marvel Studios and producer Kevin Feige. So I guess Sony will be like, screw it, we don't need them or we need him. We're gonna do our own shit here. That brings up to another concern that I have here, and it's taking advantage of the R-rated superhero trends with Deadpool and Logan. And while Deadpool and Logan been set in the X-Men movie universe, for Venom, it won't work without any setup from a Spider-Man movie. He needs to be done right in a Spider-Man movie before getting his own movie, so it won't work with like this. My last and biggest concern out of all the others is freaking Sony. I have doubts for Sony doing this kind of spin-off proving that this could work, which to me, I don't think it wouldn't. They shared their rights of Spider-Man with Marvel Studios, and now they're doing a Spider-Man spin-off without Spider-Man against Marvel Studios. Now that is greedy. So those were my thoughts and my biggest concerns about the upcoming Venom movie. I wasn't expecting such a project like this without any involvement from Marvel Studios, and at the meantime, I'm not hype about this, guys. So what about you? How do you think that this would work or this wouldn't? Be sure to share your thoughts and comments below. So guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to check out more videos like this and others. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for more updates. And I apologize for the lighting system in this video, so I'll improve again next time. I'll see you guys later.